One of the most annoying things I experienced growing up is when my parents would downplay whatever stress I was feeling, whether it be from school or uni or work, because when you become an adult, your stress gets so much worse and so much bigger. And you know what? It is true, your stress gets bigger, but that's because your world is bigger. There's a lot more to be involved in. But when you're in school, when you're in university, when you're very focused on a small thing, your world is pretty small. So the amount of stress that you get in that small world is pretty darn big relative to your situation. And yes, the stress ball gets bigger as you get older, but so does your entire world, so you find an easier way to deal with it. Basically, never let someone tell you that what you're feeling is invalid. It's a cliche because it's true. If you're feeling stress, you're feeling stress. I mean, if somebody from California is like, oh man, gas is really expensive right now, and then someone from England goes, bloody hell, you think that's bad? You should come over here. Okay. I know it's worse in England, but for us right now in California, it's bad. Weird analogy. What I'm saying is, your experience is valid just as much as someone else's is. Don't try and one-up them in your experiences. What am I trying to get at? Now, regardless of your situation or your age, I feel like the best way to combat these times of high stress is to keep yourself well supported with a strong core friend group. And I'm not talking about a friend group on Facebook that's gonna message you when it's your birthday and say happy birthday. I'm talking about a 10 out of 10. Now, I don't know if anybody else does this out there, but I rate my friendships in terms of how close we are and how good our relationship is on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being a perfect stranger, 10 being a confidant, a best friend, someone I could trust my life with. Now, I only have one of these 10s. I've got a bit more 8s, and then it keeps getting more and more and more. I've got lots more 7s, 6s. 5, I'd say, is a strong acquaintance, right? Now, I've always wanted to have more than 1 10. I strive to have at least 2, but I can never end up having 1 at any point in my life. Now, it has changed here and there, but I've only ever had 1 10, someone that I could really, really trust. And I feel like it's important to find one of those in your life to kind of ground yourself. Have someone to talk to that will actually listen to you in any time of stress and get stuff off your shoulders. Now, for the first 25 years of my life, I suffered from a key personality problem. I'd call it a tragic flaw, but I haven't died from it quite yet. And that is that I needed to be liked by everyone. I needed everyone that I encountered to be a 5 to 10. Like, that was it. Everyone had to like me. Because, I mean, why wouldn't they like me? I like me. I think I'm a pretty good guy, right? Who wouldn't like me? I like me a lot. And it was really hard coming to terms with the fact that some people just won't. And there's nothing you can do about it. That's what upset me the most. And it was really hard accepting that no matter what I did, these people would either remain a 1 or even worse, in the negatives, someone that dislikes me. And all of this came about, by the way, because I got this survey asking what I learned in 2016 that I'd like to tell my past self, and that is, stop caring so much about people who don't care about you. It's a hard truth to take. It's a hard pill to swallow. I got a lot of replies to it when I tweeted it out on Twitter the other day saying like, oh, it's easier said than done and that's really difficult, or Evan, I don't agree, that's really mean. I really don't think it's mean at all. And in fact, I'm pretty sure it's a key part in your self-preservation. Why would you spend so much time and effort bringing someone on your relationship scale from a 1 or a 2 that really doesn't care about you anywhere further when you have these really good friends in the 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s that you could be spending more time with, building a better relationship with people that actually care about you? Those are the people that you should be spending your time with. Who cares about what everyone thinks? I think there's a good quote from Charlie McDonald that once said, the people that mind don't matter, and the people that matter don't mind. Good quote, Charlie. That's honestly how I'm thinking here, because let's just say you thought you had a good friend in someone, and they didn't invite you to their birthday party. In fact, they singled you out. They invited almost every one of your friends, but you got left out. Yes, that's going to hurt. It's not going to feel good at all. And in fact, you're probably going to feel one of 2 things. 1, whoa, what a terrible person. I don't want to be friends with them anymore. Or 2, oh man, I guess he just forgot me. I got to try and be a better friend with him. I'm going to say don't take the latter. Why? They specifically don't want you there. And if someone doesn't want you in their space, you shouldn't want them in your space. That's just my opinion. Like I said, you can feel the other way. That's okay. Personally, in terms of self-preservation and making sure that I'm okay, I'd rather just cut that person out of my life. Maybe if they want to come back, they can, but I'm not expending so much of my effort to bring someone anywhere close to me that doesn't want to be there. And I think that's in my best interest. And I mean, sure, my friendship scale doesn't always work. The other day, I was at an awards ceremony and I went up to someone that I viewed as pretty much a solid 5 or 6 on the friendship scale, and I said hi to them, and they literally told me to go away. They told me to go away, and when I was so confused with that type of reaction, they then asserted themselves and went, I don't want to talk to you. I want you to leave me alone. I have never experienced such a socially uncomfortable and just not normal human reaction in my entire life that my brain shut down. I had an error 404 going down. I turned around, looked at my phone, and I genuinely didn't move for 5 minutes. I was thrown. I've never had that type of reaction. I eventually found out what happened along the line with this person. It turns out there was a miscommunication. They thought I did one thing when I didn't. Something that could have been solved with some good communication, but they decided against it and decided to just be really pointlessly aggressive. Because of this, I really don't want to talk to them. Like, I'd rather not. They've made a faux pas, and I don't think it's worth it for me to go and get that back. Was it really worth it? I mean, is it really worth me constantly making excuses to other people about them and like trying to bring them up? No. What am I getting from this? Self-preservation 101, I'm getting nothing. I'm literally getting nothing from this. All I'm getting is a huge amount of time spent on someone that obviously doesn't want it. And if a friendship that you have with someone is so fickle that one small thing can make you go from friend to don't talk to me, it's not friendship, is it? Not real friendship. But that's not even getting started on the negative scale, okay? We're talking about -1 to -10. How much does someone dislike you? Now, I try not to have anyone dislike me, and like I said, this was a big personality flaw that I had, but I used to rack my brain when I found out that someone disliked me because I just couldn't imagine someone not liking me. What could I have done, right? I'm just me. I'm just Harry. But when you find out that someone dislikes you, whether it's online or in real life, it will hurt. But the thing is, if someone has a negative opinion of you, it is so difficult through communication or through action to change that opinion because right now, their worldview is you're a bad person. And if you're a good person and you're exhibiting good qualities, it means they're fundamentally wrong. And we as humans do not like to admit that we are wrong. So rather than accept that you have changed as a person, it's much, much easier to go, no, he's still bad, he's just lying. Now, do I regret trying to reconcile with people and trying to figure out what I've done wrong? No, because my main purpose there wasn't necessarily to salvage the relationship, but was to find out how I can better myself. If ever I find out I've done something wrong, I'd like to know. That way I can fix myself and improve my abilities to talk with other people and to be a better human in real life. Now, a lot of people might say that hate that you get online doesn't really matter, because in the end, you can just close your laptop and walk away. It's just an online comment. What are you going to do about it? But for a lot of people, online is like an escape. It's a happy place that they go to kind of just let their thoughts wander. And if their thoughts are then invaded by more negativity, that's not okay. I mean, it's basically the same analogy I made earlier in this video, saying that you shouldn't be downplaying someone else's feelings just because there are bigger and worse ones around. I mean, your feelings are valid. So a bit ago, I'd been getting some online hate from like the same person almost on a daily basis. And it was only upsetting to me because I didn't know why. I didn't know what this person's problem was, what I had done. There was none of that. It was just someone that was just full of negativity. And it confused me because if I don't like someone, I'm just going to cut them out of my life and not think about it and live a happier life. This person would rather live with that negative poison in their head to constantly talk about it. It blows my mind. But in the end, I found out what the person was upset about. And it's something that I still stand for. Something that if I was in a discussion about this right now, I would still have the same opinion and I would have it very well supported. And so for that reason, I feel so much better. I feel better knowing this person can hate me because they're hating me for something that I stand for. In the end, I'd rather be hated for standing up for something than liked for standing up for nothing. And no, I'm not trying to speak down on anyone or any YouTuber who doesn't use their platform to speak up or stand for certain issues. I feel like it's everyone's right to do that or not to do that. Personally, I really like being able to express myself and maybe cause people to think more critically about something or think objectively rather than just follow what everyone else is already thinking. But I digress. The most difficult hate to receive is, of course, that in real life. I mean, how are you supposed to deal with seeing someone in class or at a party that you know dislikes you, that you know hates you? Me, personally, I don't put them on a negative scale. Otherwise, I'd be talking about them negatively all the time. They would constantly be in my thoughts. I don't have anyone there. I put them at a 1, a perfect stranger that I really do not want to talk to. That way they can stay there. If I see them at the party, they say hi, I'm like, oh, hey. You know, just for those social pleasantries. I'm not going out of my way to be aggressively confrontational like some people and say, go away, I don't want to talk to you. That's not necessarily how humans interact. At least let's have the common courtesy of going, yeah, just talk to someone else. It's not that difficult. And in the end, I can go to my core friend group, and those people, the ones that I actually care about and the ones that I know care about me, will support me through whatever stress or whatever hate I'm going through. Thank you for listening to this video. This has just been something I've been wanting to get off my chest. I want to ask you, do you agree with the strategies that I have here? Also, how many 10s do you have? I feel like I tend to have just one, like I said, but tell me more. I really don't think you can have more than like 2 or 3. That's too much for me. Anyway, I do appreciate you taking the time out to watch this video. I do hope you at least learned something, hopefully. And if you did, you can hit that thumbs up button. Do what you do. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you guys next Sunday, which is Christmas. I'll be spending it alone. Don't even have a Christmas tree in the house. Well, I'll spend it with you. Okay, I'm gonna make a video no matter what. You'll see Evan Edinger making a video on Christmas. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. I'm me. I like me.